Okay, dear friends, as to, quote, breaking news, what does this mean? 6 counts of the Georgia indictment were dismissed. What does it mean for Trump? Nothing. Does it benefit him? Not really. Is it worth getting excited over? No. Can the prosecutor correct the problem? Yeah. Did the judge pretty much say, hey, listen, Fani, I'm going to dismiss these 6 charges or these 6 counts, and I'm going to tell you why. So if you want to go ahead and fix it, give the reasons why I found them to be constitutionally objectionable. Fix it, and everybody's fine again. Thanks, Judge. That's really what it is. Doesn't really matter. In the scheme of things, it's okay. Demurrers are kind of interesting and say, oh, yeah, so what? Kind of a deal. It also seeks to clarify it. But really, one of the most important aspects of a charging instrument, and I agree with the judge on this, is that it's got to tell you what it is that you specifically did. What did I do in violation? And are the facts, and this is critical, I don't know if they went into that, but let me give you this. Are the facts so specific that in the event I were to plead guilty, could you theoretically charge me with the same identical indictment tomorrow? And it could be construed as a different indictment? Meaning, is there any certainty to this? And this is the critical term. Is there certainty? An indictment, a charging instrument, has to say, you on this day, at this, make it simple, speeding ticket, on this day, at this intersection, in this county, on this street, at this intersection, you were going this fast in this, okay, whatever. And if you were to say, okay, I'm going to plead to that. Let's say you get hit again with somehow another ticket. I guess it's mailed to you. You say, wait a minute. I already pled to this. Double jeopardy. I already pled to this. Well, not really. Because there was enough left out of what you pled to that we can recharge you with kind of the same vague thing, and you won't be able to distinguish one from another. So theoretically, I could keep hitting you with this forever unless and until you said, wait a minute, I want clarity. I want a bill of particulars. I want you to specify. I want you to rephrase this, refile it. Tell me specifically what I did. In other criminal parlance, who was the victim, what I did, when did I do it, who was hurt, who's dead, what was taken, where was it taken, that sort of thing. So there's kind of a there's a degree here involving the finality, because if you read this, he conspired to get elected officials to violate their oath of office. What the hell does that mean? Violate their oath of office. At one particular point, they said, well, what particular oath of office are we talking about? And the judge said, oh, come on, please, that's not it. But the issue is you violated the oath of office to do what? What did they solicit you to do? What? What were they trying to? What were Trump and his cronies trying to get people to do? Violate their oath of office. What? What does that mean? Well, sort of, bad stuff. No, please. What does that mean? Well, it just says that, no. It doesn't work like that. So anyway, the bottom line is simply this. Don't worry about it. It's sort of good news, because anytime there's any kind of a glitch in any way, shape, or form in terms of the momentum of a case, whatever it is, even if it's like, that's good, but it's not fatal. It's not going to be the end of anything. They're going to refile it. They're going to say, thanks, Judge. As I said, thanks for clarifying what we did wrong. We're going to refile it and get it right this time. But the bottom line is simply this. What is Judge McAfee going to do specifically regarding, and this is important, specifically regarding the, I guess what you would say, specifically regarding the, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? Regarding the motion to disqualify. Now, as I've told you before, my friends, and I, you and I are on the same team. You and I are on the same team, and I want you to understand we're on the same team, and I want you to grasp the idea that I am for President Trump, and I want him to win and all that stuff. May not be a perfect candidate, but he's the best we've got. So I'm not going to tell you something in a way that's going to be consistent with your particular political outlook. I'm going to tell you what I think is true, irrespective of whether you like it or not. That's simple. Right now, under the law, in my opinion, there is no reason whatsoever to disqualify Fani Willis and her office because of her relationship with Nathan Wade, because of the trips that they took, because of the monies this year. No, that's not in any way violative. She could have appointed her husband if she had a husband. So that's not it. The reason for that, though, is the perjury, the perhaps evidence of obstruction of justice, witness tampering, by virtue of the evidence that we have now of how Mr. Bradley was threatened. Don't be surprised if all of a sudden they come out of nowhere and they decide that they're going to reopen this. Don't be surprised if they reopen this to allow some of this new stuff to come in. The bottom line is simply this. What would the judge do if, during the course of this, Fani killed somebody? Not a witness, but just killed somebody, or was arrested on something else, or repeatedly lied, filed false pleadings. The judge, I think as a matter of law, could say, look, as far as I'm concerned, I don't trust you. So for the good people of Fulton County, I'm going to disqualify you. You've got to get somebody else. You cannot be here. Now, the judge could do a couple of things. He could also say, I'm not going to necessarily disqualify you, but I'm going to disqualify me. I'm going to recuse myself because I am so contaminated by this. But it's kind of chicken shit way to go. But he might be able to do that. But remember, just because Fani's doing something wrong, let's say she was accused of plagiarism or, stealing funds from the DA's office, that would not necessarily remove her under the title of conflict of interest. It might remove her for other reasons, up to and including those problems that are attendant to lying, being perjurious, and basically losing the faith and the respect and the objectivity of the court. So it's kind of almost like a recusal in a way. Either way, this case is a disaster. It cannot go forward. The mechanism by which it is ceased, that's a different story. All right, dear friends, we're going to talk to you soon. Have a great and glorious day. By the way, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. Always, always, always subscribe. Tell your friends. Join us for our live streams Monday through Friday. No, Monday, 7 days a week. What am I saying? 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. And now, please, in our comments section, wax eloquent and comment as you see fit.